En la área triestatal.
Programs by our community,
Nacidos en la comunidad
for our community.
para el beneficio de la comunidad.
You're listening to WLIE 540 AM, Islip, New York, a part of Universal Stations, LLC.
The views, opinions, and statements expressed in the following program reflect the views of program contributors and do not necessarily reflect the views of WLIE Radio, its management, or its sponsors. For questions and comments, please send us an email at WLIE540AMradio@AOL.com or visit us at WLIE540AM.com.
Welcome back to the Chapters Wrap on WLIE 540 AM, serving New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. If you want to join in this love train, please do it 631-955-5400. You can check us out on the web, on the internet, www.wlie540am.com. We're here for you every Friday evening here from 6 to 7. And we have Liliana and Rosario in studio. Welcome, guys.
Hi, Steve. Hi, Steve. Hi, everyone.
Yeah. Talk about your weekend coming up here. It's Memorial Day weekend. You guys excited?
Yes, very excited. Going to spend it at home, barbecuing with family.
Okay, so you got a barbecue at home, and Rosario, you got your not bicentennial. You have your American flag shorts on there.
Yeah.
And you feel patriotic today?
Yeah, today was Patriotic Day in school, so we had to wear red, white, and blue.
Okay, well, you're looking the part. You're looking pretty good on the webcam. Wave to the webcam, guys. Everybody can see you there. And George, welcome. How you doing?
I'm also here. Yeah, that's right. Chapters
Yes.
Wrap is back, and Steve is live back in studio.
Yes.
It's been out for a couple of weeks.
Yes, we're back in studio. I forgot I took exit 60 instead of 59.
Oh, all right. You've got you haven't been here in so long.
Yes.
You forgot how to get to the radio station.
Yes.
Yeah, we missed you the last couple of weeks. You had some cool sounding events going for a lot of good charity organizations.
Yeah.
Sounded very cool.
Yeah, last week we were supporting Pink Tie, which has a big event on June 11th, and what's a great turnout for bucket list tours at the Cradle of Aviation. And it was about 100, 200 people.
That's a cool place, huh?
It is a cool place, yes. And it was wonderful people there. The food was great, and the networking was incredible because it was a lot of nonprofits getting together and supporting one another. So
Did you get in any of the planes? I think you're allowed to get in a couple of them. No?
I didn't have time to get in the planes. I was too busy doing for the show, and then I had to, talk to people and dance.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah,
they had a Disco Unlimited band there. And they had
imagine that Steve out there doing the disco.
And they had. Did you know? Since we're talking about this, George,
people can. I don't know if you mentioned that you can go on WLE540am.com and see the webcam, and then you can picture Steve doing a disco dance.
That's right. Fame, I'm Gonna Live Forever. That was one of the songs.
Ooh, nice.
And the Bee Gees were playing.
Oh, how could he not? Bee Gees are the best.
Yes. But
disco band.
But it was a great. But the Village People. You guys were the Village People, right? Yeah. YMCA. I was doing the YMCA. But did you realize?
Don't hurt yourself out there doing all those hand moves.
Okay, George. It was either that or Macho Man. So which?
I like both.
Yes, but YMCA is a classic. Rosario, you know about the YMCA, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he knows about the USA with those shorts he got on Memorial Day weekend.
But I got to tell you, when we came there was a lot of bands that were performing, and one band was one person. Did you know the Village People broke up? I didn't know this.
No.
Well,
yes.
I'm not too surprised. There were a lot of members of that group, and they all had other jobs, right? Construction worker, Indian, or Native American, obviously, and what else?
Yes,
police officer. Yeah, they're very busy.
Yeah, very, very busy. But there was one that went solo, and they were performing live there. If you had to pick which one, take a guess, George.
I'm going to say, was it firefighter? Was one a firefighter?
No, it wasn't the firefighter.
The biker.
It wasn't the biker either.
Was one with feathers?
Feathers.
There was a Native American one.
Native American.
Oh,
yes,
he
was there. Really? Yes. And you know what? It wasn't the same. He was great. He's great, but I realize it takes a village to,
It
have a
does.
good
But
band.
Sorry, I don't have the laugh
George,
track
come
ready
on,
for that one.
stay
I don't
with
have
me
the
here.
laugh
Stay
track.
with me.
Didn't have the laugh track ready. I didn't know.
Yes,
we were
I
gonna
had a
have
great picture I took
such jokes.
with him. I don't even know his name. He
That's
had the
cool.
feathers thing going on.
Well, of course, it's not the same. I mean, there were so many village people. I mean, so
right.
not going to be the same.
Well, you know what?
It's still cool.
This show is just going to.
You've got a musical guest coming up later, right?
We do. Yes, we have Dean Ford, who has a tribute band to Prince. We're going to hear from him.
That's cool.
In a little while. We also have Brian, an author, who has written a book about the New York Mets. He's a young guy, and we're going to hear from him in this show. And I can't wait to Brian Wright. So we're going to talk about airplanes.
Okay, where's he from? The right, do we know?
He's from Virginia.
Virginia. Okay,
Yes,
so he's not a local guy, even though we're here at the studios on Long
He's originally
Island.
from New York, but he's going to call him.
Oh, okay.
Virginia.
So there you go. So he's from New York.
Yes, he's from New York, and we from New York.
Well, that would be weird if he was from Virginia and was a Mets fan, right? How would that work?
I don't know. But we're here on the Chapters Wrap, where unity and diversity meet one chapter at a time. And this chapter tonight, we're talking about Rosario's Giving Tree. And we have this event. It's about a month away, guys. What do you think?
It's getting close.
Getting close. What do you think, Rosario? What's going on here? You excited?
Yeah.
Yeah. So talk about what this means. This event means to you, Rosario.
It's important because it's going to advertise the charity a little more.
Yes.
So, yeah, and it's going to be fun.
Yes, and talk about what the charity is, what you do. So in case our listeners for the first time are just hearing your voice talking about this, what do you do specifically for people?
So basically we get people to donate toys or money, and we donate those to children in hospitals.
And you came up with this idea. We've talked about this. We came up with this idea probably almost a little less than a year ago now, right? A long time ago. Mm-hmm. And you brought it up to your parents. And do you remember what your parents thought of your idea when you first told them?
I can't really remember, but I knew they were really happy.
Yeah, they were happy. So, but you're all about giving back to people your age, younger, older, because it's not about getting things. It's always about giving back. I mean, we always want to get things, but it's really more rewarding when you help somebody, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you were in hospitals, I know we went to South Nassau Hospital in Oceanside. We went to Winthrop Hospital in Mineola. What was your feelings when you were actually had all those toys giving back to, kids that really needed them?
Well, I saw that many people cared about the children in hospitals because of all the toys that we had. Mm-hmm. And just seeing the reactions on the children's face was amazing.
Yes. So for you and to see that connection, you've really gotten a lot of people in your corner doing, helping you and supporting you this. And Mom, I know we've talked about this on the air, but when he first came to you, you must have been ecstatic.
Oh, yes. I was very excited and a little bit taken aback because coming from a 9-year-old.
Right.
But I was very proud of him, and I just felt like we had to continue and do it and make it happen.
Right. And it's been happening, and you've gotten so much support out there. I understand that people have donated toys and different items for this upcoming event for you. How's that been for you when you're connecting with the community?
It's just amazing to see the generosity in people. I mean, and all we're doing is bringing toys to children in hospitals and bringing smiles to these children's faces. But to see the way the people are coming together and wanting to help us out, and who want us also to make this a success, is just phenomenal feeling to see members of the community, family, and friends all helping us out to make this fundraiser a success.
Right. So when you're connecting with the community, I understand that you could probably feel that, support, because they're offering some items or gift certificates from their
a lot of businesses,
right?
And not only just people from businesses. We've been getting donations from even just regular people who are making baskets for us from courtesy of their family, and it's just been an overwhelming support from everyone: community, business owners, family members, friends of families. Everyone is very excited to help us out.
So even family is supporting you too.
Oh, yes. Yes. Most of our donations so far from the Giving Tree have been from friends and family.
Okay. Because I know your parents recently just had a 50th anniversary party. And at that party, you, Rosario, you were giving like a little sales pitch to your cousins and grandparents and family, asking them to help. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Did you know you were going to do that, or you just a little businessman and you just came out, right away?
I planned it.
You planned it. It was the coolest thing, George, because he was. They had all the the grandchildren up there, and they were all saying how much they love the grandparents and family. And Rosario said the same thing.
Butter them up.
But at the very end, Rosario did his sales pitch.
Yeah.
Right?
Nice.
Yeah.
And
Well played. That is a brilliant business move. I think all
Yes.
grandchildren know it's always good to hit up your grandparents for money and
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
And
That's right.
things.
And he did get a donation that night
yeah,
from one of
see,
the
and
guests.
it worked. And it
Yeah.
worked.
There you go.
But it was a
worked.
wonderful night because to see anybody married for 50 years and just the history and love that your parents have, it was a blessing. Thank you for inviting
Oh,
us
absolutely.
to it.
Yeah,
And
we were very honored that night.
yeah, it was a beautiful, beautiful night. So now we have a month to go for this big event. I know, with 30 days and, we were always concerned about ticket sales and things like that. So where do things stand? How do you feel about this upcoming event? And who's going to be featured in this night?
We have a night of comedy and music. We have two comedians, Matt Burke and Carrie Caravis. We also have comedian Pat Marone, will be emceeing the night. So it's going to be a funny night for sure. We also have a performer, Robbie Rosen from American Idol, who's going to be playing some music, hopefully getting people up to dance. We're going to have raffle sales where we have baskets that people can win. Just to name a few prizes, so far we have a 55-inch screen TV we're going to be giving away.
Oh.
We have a camera from Canon. We have gift certificates to many restaurants. I have more things. I just can't think right now.
Well, I
off
would
the
like a
top of
big
my head.
screen, so I'll have to be
So
attending.
you have to come and buy some tickets. Plus,
Why
we're going to
not?
have 50-50, which you're going to walk away. The winner is going to walk away with cash.
Ooh, I also like cash. TVs
Everyone
and cash.
does.
What's not to like? Yeah, you got it, brother.
TVs, cash.
Mhm.
What else? I have
Well, it sounds like an
so
excellent
many
evening
things so far. Yeah.
I mean, you got music, you got comedy, you got
Great food.
You got cash.
got cash and TVs on the line. High stakes there.
Yes, we're going to have a 4-course dinner with beer and wine included.
Oh, I love that too.
So it's going to be a fun night.
Wow.
It's going to be fun. And George, do you do anything on Monday nights? Do you work
Actually,
here?
I bartend on Monday nights, but I'll have
Yeah.
to see
You're
if
going
I
to
can.
have to switch.
I think you get 30-day notice here. You can give them 30 days.
Yeah.
I won't be there June 25th. You're going to be at Howard Beach and, live it up at Russo's.
Yeah, and win a TV and cash
And
money.
cash
Cold
money.
hard cash.
That's right.
yeah.
So Rosario, what do you think about this night? It's almost here. It's like a month away. I know we have to get some more tickets out there. That's why the reason for this is to support your efforts and to give toys back to St. Jude's, the children of St. Jude's Hospital, and
Yes.
also you're supporting the Hempstead Boys and Girls Club. So I want to thank you for that. So how can people get tickets now? Because tickets are going, and we need to reach out to more people.
Yes, tickets are on sale now. You can buy your tickets at eventbrite.com and you search for Rosario's Giving Tree. It's 100% for charity. So we encourage you all to go buy your tickets, come out for a fun night, a good meal, and just have some fun with us and give back. Give back to the children at St. Jude and the children of the Hempstead Boys and Girls Club.
So moving beyond this, it's not just going to stop at this event, right? You guys are on a mission to really reach out to so many people. And so what do you see like the rest of 2018, how to help that? I know it's just the weather's beautiful now. It's almost turning summer. But do you see yourselves at Christmas time again going out
Absolutely.
to more and more?
Absolutely. Yeah. Last year we did 2 hospitals. This year, now that we know what we're doing and we're on board, we're going to make it an every weekend thing. Christmas is going to be our biggest
Right.
giveaways. But
Honestly, I feel like if I can picture any time of the year we're going to continue doing this, it's Christmas.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Well, it's always, there's so many people around this country, around the world that don't have the toys that you're bringing to them, and so that right there is a blessing. But also when you're in the hospital, when you're young or old in the hospital, it's a tough time. It's really sad sometimes. So when you could bring toys to put a smile on someone's face, that's why I'm really admire your efforts. At 9 years old, I don't even know what I was doing at 9 years old. And then George, I don't, what were you doing?
I was up to no good. I certainly wasn't. I was
at 9 years old. You up to no
up
good?
No good, probably. Yeah, okay. Up to no good over there. I don't think I was such a philanthropist at the young age of 9. I think I was pretty greedy at that time, probably.
Did you have a beard at 9 years old?
It's possible. It's possible. Yeah, it's actually when it came out at birth. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Here we go. Well, it's amazing, and. Liliana, can you explain one more time how can people get tickets and reach out to you? Because we have 30 days to go.
Yes, tickets are on sale at eventbrite.com. You can get a hold of us on Facebook, Rosario's Giving Tree. There's $75 for the tickets. You got a 4-course dinner, beer and wine included, comedy show, music, great prizes, raffles, and you're helping out the children of the Hempstead Boys and Girls Club and St. Jude.
Right, and I know that your heart and soul is going into this. I know you've been working very, very hard.
Yes,
and you and I are going to work even harder to make this happen. Next 4 weeks,
we need everyone to come out and support and just come and have a good time with us. And like I said, until you've been in the hospital and you've been sick, that little gesture of a toy just brings a smile to those kids' faces, and that's all we're here for.
Right.
And as you said, Steve, it is rough in the hospitals. But it's not just that. It could be scary because you're not sure if you're going to make it. And just one small toy can make you take your mind off that.
Of it. And also to know that someone other than family and friends is thinking of you. It's it's a nice feeling.
Everyone listening in the tri-state area needs to get on eventbrite.com and look up Rosario's Giving Tree there for that gala.
Yes, it's very important. And
win yourself a TV while you're at it.
And cash money.
Cash money. We have Mets tickets, Nets tickets, Yankee tickets.
But again, you're helping out St. Jude, specifically in the Hempstead Boys and Girls Club. And on the line, we have Tony Burden, who's my colleague and co-worker and partner in crime. She is the interim co-executive director for the Hempstead Boys and Girls Club, along with myself. Tony, you do such amazing work in the community of Hempstead for so long, and I admire everything that you do. The passion that you bring to the table, that what we're trying to do for this program, for this community, is really impressive. So I want to thank you very much. Tony, are you there?
I am here, and thank you very much for having me on.
Yeah, thank you so much. And Tony, what does the Hempstead Boys and Girls Club mean for you? And, we've been at this thing for a couple of years now, but what does it mean to you?
Well, it means to me a safe haven for the youth of the community that we serve, a place to mentor young men and young women, a place to help, a place to shelter, a place to guide. It's just it's a community, and it's a service, and it's a much needed extension of home for the youth that are in the community of Hempstead. It's a support system. It means a lot, and without it, honestly, I don't know where young people who look for the club to be a place to be safe and to be. I think I heard one of the callers just say it's nice to know that people outside of your family care about you. It is that environment, and it's such a needed extension from school and from home for the kids. So what does it mean to me? It means that I know that our community has a safe place, and a nurturing place, and a valuable place for our kids to be.
Right, and you've been doing such wonderful work throughout the years, but we've had great supports internally and externally within the community, and I guess our goal is to reconnect some of those supports that may have gone away for a little bit or not knowing what we're doing, but we're trying to get our feet back on the ground so this community of Hempstead could really thrive, not just from the Boys and Girls Club, from the school district, because they're in turmoil. And when a community is in turmoil dealing with adversity, I think everybody in that community needs to band together and support one another. So that's been my effort, and I know that's been yours as well.
You're 100% correct. It has definitely been our effort. It's the phrase, and it's no pun intended, because we are a village, but it does take a village to raise a child. And the community, in and of itself, as you stated, we've often kind of teased that this wonderful jewel that's in the community, in some regards, is in one of the best kept secrets. To use another phrase, though, you never know what you have until it's gone. And with the threat and the possibility of this jewel not being there, it is more critical now than ever, with the school district being in the state that it is in, with the village being in the state that it is in, that we all pull resources together, and that we all work together for, a common denominator, a common cause. So you're 100% correct. That is what we've been focused on, pulling everyone together and getting
Tony,
on.
You're getting a little far away from the phone there. I think you just need to talk closer to the phone there.
I'm sorry.
Oh, there we go. There's Tony.
I'm so sorry. But yes, the importance of pooling our resources and pooling the community together, to support one another's efforts to raise strong, well-adjusted leaders of the future is clearly what you and I have been focused on with regards to this club. And as I had stated before, this jewel, the possibility of it not being there has really highlighted the need for us to, set aside differences and really, just support one another and get to understand where we are together and separately, and how we could work with one another to achieve this common goal.
Right. And real quick, we have the folks from Rosario's Giving Tree here. We have Rosario here and his mom, Liliana. And what do you think about the Hempstead Boys and Girls Club, Liliana?
I think it's amazing, and I think the doors need to open yesterday.
Yes.
They need it, and especially that community. The reason why we're helping the Hempstead Boys and Girls Club is what struck me was when you said 36%. It was 37% of children graduate from high school. I thought that was just, how is that even possible?
Right.
How does that happen? How do we as human beings allow something like that to happen?
Right.
When the children are our future.
Right. Well said. I mean, and Rosario, what does it mean for you to help out another community like the Hempstead? Do you like helping others? I know you like helping people in hospitals, but maybe people in need that are just living day to day. I mean, your toys could really give happiness to people.
Yeah. So just because we're doing a charity for children in hospitals does not mean I do not care about people on the streets, or just in general people who are not as fortunate as us.
Right.
I feel that it's really not right that the world is not equal. It just isn't.
Right. And Tony, Rosario is 9 years old. Can you believe that?
I can't believe that. Listen to this articulate young man. That is a present leader and a future leader right there.
That's right. That's right. Well, I know it's a busy weekend. I want to thank you very much for chatting with us here on the Chapters Wrap on WLIE, Tony. And I know that we'll be talking day in and day out to accomplish our mission.
Well, we definitely will. And I just want to say that we have, as the Boys and Girls Club, at least 2 large boxes of toys, which we're donating to the Rosario's group, because
thank you.
Support exactly
Thank you.
So we're keeping them in a safe place. I can't wait to actually ensure that they get in your hands. So you're doing awesome work. You inspire us as adults and definitely our members. So keep doing what you're doing, and thank you for your support of the club.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right,
Together,
Tony,
we're going to make it happen.
Yes, Tony, thank you so very much. Get home safely. Have a great holiday weekend. We'll see you down the road.
Sounds good.
We're going to take a quick break and talk Met baseball after the break.
My name is Joseph Michael, professional photographer and the founder of Just Smile Project. Just Smile Project focuses on photographing kids with special needs. Our goal is to make happy memories because everyone needs to smile. We make it easy and hassle-free by coming to you in our mobile portrait studio truck equipped with a lift for special needs assistance. The truck is also equipped with different types of lighting for sensory situations of special needs. Just Smile Project wants everyone to share their smile. We make them feel like a rock star and to see their faces faces light up with excitement and joy is the best feeling anyone can ever experience, especially the rock star. Just Smile Project wants everyone to cherish those memories forever, which is worth the world. If you have a family member or you know of someone with special needs and think they would love to have Just Smile Project capture their awesome smile, please contact us at 888-294-7575, or you can visit us online at www.justsmileproject.com.
Hi, we're Rosario's Giving Tree, and we bring toys to children in hospitals. I hope to encourage other kids my age to give back to those less fortunate.
Rosario's Giving Tree has now decided to partner up with Hempstead Boys and Girls Club, and on June 25th, they are hosting a night of comedy and music at Russo's on the Bay in Howard Beach, Queens.
The event includes a 4-course dinner with beer and wine,
special performances by American Idol singer Robbie Rosen and comedians Tugboat Manny and Carrie Carabas.
Not to mention there will be raffles galore and lots of prizes that you're going to want to get your hands on.
Rosario's Giving Tree has promised to donate 20% of the night's proceeds to Hempstead Boys and Girls Club, and the rest will be used to purchase and deliver toys to St. Jude Children's Hospital.
So please open your hearts and come enjoy a great night of comedy and music supporting these great causes.
The children at St. Jude Hospital and Hempstead Boys and Girls Club need us. Tickets are $75. To purchase tickets,
go to eventbrite.com and search for Rosario's Giving Tree.
Meet the Mets, meet the Mets. Step right up and greet the Mets.
Welcome back to WLIE 540 AM.
The chapter's wrap. Yes, you nailed it. You nailed it, Rosario.
Chapter's wrap.
I was getting a little nervous.
On WLA, well.
That's okay. It's only live radio, and people are sitting in traffic.
It's only
listening
9.
to us. It's only George and a couple of people living in basement apartments.
You know,
right?
and anybody in the tri-state area that had access to a radio.
There we go. There we go. We have Brian Wright, who has access to a radio and a telephone. He's the author of Mets in Tens. Brian, are you there, sir?
I am there, Steve. How are you doing?
Good. How are you today?
I'm doing well. It's a great evening where I'm from in Washington, D.C., and looking forward to the Met game tonight. Maybe they can take the second game from the first place Milwaukee Brewers.
Yeah, they had a good night last night, right? So the Mets are kind of holding their own a little bit. You know, they're treading water, but, you know, if they get the right pieces in place, they may have a run at this thing.
I hope so. There's a lot of problems are internal and external, you know, from the Washington Nationals, the Braves, the Phillies, a lot of good teams in the division. Not, I mean, the Nationals might be the great team, but this is a lot of external factors that will contribute to if they make the playoffs or not.
Right. Your book, Mets in Tens, Best and Worst of an Amazing History. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so I'll give you the short version. It's just a series of top 10 lists. There are 30 different lists broken down into 8 different parts, starting with beginnings like opening days and rookie seasons and debuts, going to, you know, pitching performances and pitchers and rotations, to the best hitting, like home runs and hitting performances. There's an anguish part, which will be a lot of fun. Maybe read that with some hard liquor, about the devastating losses, the disappointing teams, the bust. And then there's also the clubhouse, which is the best and worst trades and the internal feuds. Also a part about just notable games like best Subway Series games, the Subway Series victories against the Yankees, marathon games. And there's also another part dedicated to the best games of each pennant winning season, of which there are 5. And the last part, which is the best of the best, is has the all-time team, all-time second team, the best years of Tom Seaver, who most would consider the greatest Met by far, and then lastly the best postseason games in Mets history, which you could say are the best games in Mets history. So it's a different way to look at the history of the Mets. A lot of history books are chronological. This is just a different a different way to visualize the entire history of the Mets since 1962.
All right. This is the Chapters Wrap on WLIE 540 AM, serving New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. If you want to jump aboard this love train, please do it. 631-955-5400. Or you can catch us on the web, www.WLIE540am.com. We're talking to author Brian Wright of the book Mets in Tens, Best and Worst of Amazing History. And Brian, I'm going to ask you, what is your toughest Met loss that you endured and your most gratifying Mets win that you endured?
The toughest loss is pretty easy. It's the seventh game. Now, I'm 30 years old, so my Mets history goes back to my first game, I guess, back in 1992. The toughest loss was the seventh game of that 2006 National League Championship Series against the St. Louis Cardinals at Shea Stadium. That was the Yadier Molina home run, the two-run home run in the ninth inning, finished with the Carlos Beltran looking at the curveball from Adam Wainwright to end the series. That was a season. That was a fabulous season, the 2006 season that ended so abruptly. And if they had won that game, I'm pretty convinced that they would have beaten Detroit, gone on to win the World Series. So that one sticks out. Also, subsequent, their devastating end of season collapses in 2007 and 2008 to miss the playoffs. My favorite game in Mets history was 1999 NLCS Game 5. That was the 15-inning game, ended up in the rain with Robin Ventura walking off, hitting the grand slam single, as everyone remembers. That was the first year that I remember the Mets making the playoffs, and that game still is the number one game. That one was, it ended the next 2 nights later in Game 6 and in extra innings, but that was the best game that I remember as a Mets fan.
Right. So I'm going to go back to Carlos Beltran for a minute, because I could still see that swooping hook curveball just drop in the mitt, and Carlos just stood there. And what was your reaction right after that? And don't forget, this is a family show and it's live radio. But what did you do when that occurred?
Well, I mean, I don't take losses. I guess it's funny. I mean, back in 2006, I probably took losses harder than I do now. I guess I've mellowed out now that I'm reaching my, I'm in my 30s.
You're so old, Brian. You're so old.
Yeah,
Let me tell you.
When I'm with my friends, they're all younger than me.
Yes.
But I didn't. It was funny. I was silent. When devastating losses, I don't get really angry. It all builds internally.
Right.
As far as Carlos Beltran is concerned, I always thought he gets a bad rap.
He does.
I mean, he's a scapegoat in that respect. I mean, that's what he's remembered for.
Right.
Which is really a shame. I mean, yeah, he struck out. He ended the game. He probably should have swung at one of those pitches, or certainly the last pitch. But you can't fault him. Because just that season, that great season, which was almost an MVP season, and he had so many great years with the Mets. And I think Carlos Beltran will make the Hall of Fame. And if he does make the Hall of Fame, he'll probably make it as a Met, because I believe that was the team he spent the most time with. And he was a significant factor in the Mets being such a good team during the time he was there, 2005 to, I guess, 2011 when he got traded. So it was devastating. I was in college at the time. I didn't get overtly angry. I was just silent. But as far as Carlos Beltran, I don't think I ever blamed him from the get-go of that final pitch. I mean, I don't blame him for that at all.
Right. Well, Beltran is going to be a Hall of Famer, and it's good to hear that, because I'm a fan too. And when things devastating happens to my teams, I kind of take the same approach you do. You're kind of in shock and numb for a while, and then you go back to your life and hope for next year, right? So your book, how long did it take to make and write?
It started out really the thinking of this book started out in the 2015 playoffs when Chase Utley had that play where he broke the leg of Ruben Tejada. I started to think about where does Chase Utley now rank in the top 10 villains in Mets history? What are the top 10 villains? What are the top 10 villains, or what other top 10 lists could I do? So it started out really gradually from there, and then picked up a lot of steam when Arcadia Publishing and the History Press accepted my offer to do this book in about April of 2017. So it really got going April and May of 2017, and I finished the manuscript in about mid-November. And it took, the next few months to edit it. So really there was a 7 to 8 month period that I was really working hard at it. And luckily the Mets were so bad last year that it was a good distraction.
There we go. But almost out of time. But you up in New York at the turn of the Corkscrew in Rockville Center, you did a book signing there. How'd that go? And are you returning to New York anytime soon?
Yeah, that went great. I was really happy that I was invited up there. Just a nice little place out there in Rockville Center. I think everyone should go and check it out. Great independent bookstore. But I'm heading out again in late June, Friday, June 29th at Southampton Books out in the island for a book Q&A and some trivia. Also have an event at Catch Astoria in Queens on Friday, July the 20th, in conjunction with the Mets-Yankees game. Just doing a little, book discussion and watching the game with everybody.
Yeah, I hope to join you on that night because the Yankees are playing the Mets. I'm a Yankee fan. You're a Met guy.
Yeah.
So you're doing a book signing, and we interview authors, often. So I'm really thankful that you were able to call into the Chapters Wrap here today, and we've become fast friends. I admire the work that you do. You're very knowledgeable about the Mets, and you're very realistic also because, they might win it, they might not, but you've highlighted the top list of Met highlights in their history. So it's a great book. It's a great read. How can people get that book?
They can get it at a bunch of pretty much every major retailer within the New York area. They can also get it at all the major booksellers online, such as Amazon. And you can follow me at Brian Wright 86 on Twitter, also on Instagram at BA Wright 86. And you can follow the book on Facebook. If you type in Mets in tens 10s, you can like the page. And then feel free to contact me with any questions. And yeah, the book is all over the New York area, so I hope people can pick it up and give a good review on Amazon.
So, Dean, if I do a radio show from the Catch there when you're there, am I allowed to wear my Yankee shirt?
You can do it. Do it at your own peril. I will not. I won't. I will be very nice to you. I can't say the same for everyone else. There's always bad apples with every fan base. And Catch a Story is a great place. The owner, Roseanne, has been very nice to promote the event and also to house you and the radio show, which I'm very thankful for. So I'm sure she would welcome you regardless of what uniform or what team's garb you wear.
Okay, well, I'll take note of that. But Brian Wright, thank you so very much for joining us on the show here. And I know we'll see each other down the road, definitely on July 20th. So take care of yourself. Have a great holiday weekend, and God bless yourself, okay?
Yeah, thanks. Same to you, Steve.
All right, I'm going to take a quick break. You Prince guys out there and gals, take a listen to Dean Ford after the break.
Hi, we are Rosario's Giving Tree, and we bring toys to children in hospitals. I hope to encourage other kids my age to give back to those less fortunate.
Rosario's Giving Tree has now decided to partner up with Hempstead Boys and Girls Club, and on June 25th, they are hosting a night of comedy and music at Russo's on the Bay in Howard Beach, Queens.
The event includes a 4-course dinner with beer and wine,
special performances by American Idol singer Robbie Rosen and comedians Tugboat Manny and Carrie Carabas.
Not to mention there will be raffles galore and lots of prizes that you're going to want to get your hands on.
Rosario's Giving Tree has promised to donate 20% of the night's proceeds to Hempstead Boys and Girls Club, and the rest will be used to purchase and deliver toys to St. Jude Children's Hospital.
So please open your hearts and come enjoy a great night of comedy and music supporting these great causes.
The children at St. Jude Hospital and Hempstead Boys and Girls Club need us. Tickets are $75. To purchase tickets,
go to eventbrite.com and search for Rosario's Giving Tree.
My name is Joseph Michael, professional photographer and the founder of Just Smile Project. Just Smile Project focuses on photographing kids with special needs. Our goal is to make happy memories because everyone needs to smile. We make it easy and hassle-free by coming to you in our mobile portrait studio truck equipped with a lift for special needs assistance. The truck is also equipped with different types of lighting for sensory situations of special needs. Just Smile Project wants everyone to share their smiles. We make them feel like a rock star and to see their faces light up with excitement and enjoy is the best feeling anyone can ever experience, especially the rock star. Just Smile Project wants everyone to cherish those memories forever, which is worth the world. If you have a family member or you know of someone with special needs and think they would love to have Just Smile Project capture their awesome smile, please contact us at 888-294-7575, or you can visit us online at www.justsmileproject.com.
Everybody, join in. Start a love tree. Love tree. Don't have to be rich to be my girl. You don't have to be good to rule my world. And no particular side, walk without a worry. I just want your extra time.
That is the sound of Dean Ford and the Beautiful Ones tribute to Prince, and they are going to be performing on June 1st at the Katharine Hepburn Cultural Arts Center in Old Saybrook, Connecticut, 300 Main Street. Tickets are $35 and $38. If you want tickets, please call 860-510-0453 or go online, www.katharineHepburntheater.org. And on the line, we are privileged to have Dean Ford with us. Are you there, sir?
I'm right here. How's it going?
Good. How you doing today? It's a Friday afternoon. It's getting Memorial Day weekend. You got weekend plans?
Oh, no plans. Just gonna relax for the most part.
Okay. Now you do the music of Prince for several years now. Why? Tell listeners here on WLIE 540 AM why Prince.
Oh, out of every artist that I've ever heard, I just connect. I connect with the music of Prince, and it feels like home to me.
So you're a singer, songwriter, guitarist, and drummer, just like Prince. Prince was a expert, very talented man that performed in so many levels and so many instruments, and his lyrics were very passionate and thought-provoking. How did you perform so many instruments and able to write songs and sing at such a young age?
Oh, just, I didn't really have much of a social life.
Okay.
A lot of practice, I'm sure.
All right, so you had to make a sacrifice, right? You had to sacrifice what you believed in, what your passion was. And how old were you when you knew this passion was inside you?
Probably around 5 or 6 years old.
Okay.
That's when I first picked up guitar, and I haven't really put it down since.
All right. So you admire, what's the most thing you admire about Prince and his music? And, because you tribute him each and every show, and what's something that stands out about Prince?
As far as his music, in his art, the fact that he never slowed down, for better or for worse. He was the definition of a creative, and experimented no matter what, just continued to innovate and push the boundaries. And from my perspective, that's what I want from an artist, somebody who constantly is evolving and looking forward no matter what.
Right. So you've been performing and portraying Prince since 2012, and he passed away in 2016. Talk about that time period. I mean, you were performing his music a couple years before his passing. Talk about the time where you were when you found out, and your feelings that Prince had passed away.
Well, the way I found out was when you find out about these things, it's unfortunate no matter what. But we were getting ready to. So up until this point, we pretty much played 1 to 3 shows a year as the Prince tribute show, more or less as a special event, one-off situation. But the week leading up to his passing was the first time that we had like 3 shows booked, and they were all scheduled for the weekend that he passed away. So that was strange. And I remember waking up to something like 15 or 17 voicemails and 20 missed calls, Facebook messages, and I was like, what happened? What is going on? I woke up to a phone call from the local news station saying, "Hi, good morning, Dean. We're sorry about the recent news, but we were wondering if you would want to come into the studio and do an interview on television, blah, blah, blah." I was like, what are you talking about? They're like, well, Prince died. Like, okay. So the way I found out was getting a phone call from a news station asking me to come in and talk. It was very strange. And I turned it down because, you know, I was pretty much gutted when I found out that my guy just passed away, and I didn't really know what to do because I had these 3 shows booked. I didn't really know how to react. And on the other side of it, I didn't want anybody to, I almost canceled the shows because I didn't want anybody to think that it was a cash grab, even though they were already booked months and months out. But we ended up going through with the shows because they'd all sold out and people seemed to want it more than they ever had. And we did them and they were beautiful, and I had never seen so many mixed emotions in one room, and I had never experienced anything quite like that before.
Yeah, you said that so well, because I want people to know out there that your band was performing his music well before his passing, and you used the word cash grab, and I think that just says a lot about you. We can hear you in your voice. It was a difficult time during that time, and you contemplated not doing the shows. You turned down a news interview. So this person, Prince, this talent, this treasure that we all have known for so many years, that we'll always know for so many years, but beyond our time, that it really connected with you, and you needed your space at that time and respect. But it seems like since that time, portraying him and his music is touching the lives for so many people.
Yeah, I mean, that's like 90% of it for me. I just getting to talk to a lot of these mutual fans at the end of the night. It really seems like a lot of people need something like this, because unlike a lot of artists, for one reason or another, he just connected with a lot of people on a deep, deep, deep personal and emotional level. And it's very clear from doing these shows that the music is still doing that. And the crazy thing is, it's all ages. Like I see the same reactions from someone who is 21 years old all the way up to 65. It doesn't matter. Male, female, white, black, doesn't matter. It's so universal.
Hey, Dean, George here, producer over here at the Chapters Wrap on WLAE 540 AM. I could just jump in for a second. I was just wondering, I mean, Prince, like you said, national treasure, the guy, but he's such an incredible guitarist. Do you handle the lead guitar work while you're also singing and portraying Prince there?
Yes, sir.
That is impressive, my man. That is nice work.
Thank you.
Very impressive. That was actually Dean and the boys singing there when we first started the segment. It might have sounded to people listening at home or in the car that it was actually, you know, it might have sounded exactly like Prince. They might have thought, oh, well, Prince, that makes sense. But that was literally you guys, and it sounded like you did a excellent job there. It really sounded like you nailed it.
Thank you.
And I've seen The Revolution, so let me tell you, you guys are spot on there.
Wow.
Thank you. I actually had the pleasure of seeing them last April in New York.
Yeah, that's right.
And I've had the pleasure of performing with Dr. Fink from The Revolution twice, which was an amazing experience.
That's very cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
George talked about the boys. Talk about your band.
All right. My band is my favorite band in the world. They make my job very easy. Right now I'm playing with, it's a rotating lineup, but right now I'm performing with a drummer named Peter, a keyboardist named Jeff, a bassist named Joe, a guitarist named Joseph, and a saxophonist named Kate. And I wish that I could be in the audience watching them perform. They are one of the tightest units that I've ever seen.
Wow. It's going to be a great show on June 1st at the Katharine Hepburn Cultural Arts Center in 300 Main Street, Old Saybrook, Connecticut. Tickets are $35, $38. If you want your tickets, please call 860-510-0453, or you can go online to the www.katharineHepburntheater.org. This is going to be a big gig for you, huh?
I'm looking forward to it.
Talk about you've been touring up and down the East Coast there. So what does that mean to tour and connect with the audience and the Prince fans out there?
Say that one more time, please.
What does it mean when you tour to connect with the audience out there when you perform Prince's music?
Oh, it's I got no words.
Okay. All right, so that connection there. Now, you after this June 1st gig, do you have any other shows lined up?
Yep. The whole summer is pretty much completely stacked. We are playing in Pennsylvania on the 2nd. We'll be in Rhode Island the following week. Then we're going to be in Indiana, Maine, Vermont, all over.
All right.
I think we're booked about just nonstop, pretty much starting next weekend.
Okay, so you're a busy guy, and your band is busy too, and it's going to be a great night at that show. And for our listeners out there, if they're young on WLE 540 AM, again, what do you remember about Prince and his legacy? What are people going to remember about his legacy? George brought up about his guitar riffs and his talent, but explain the legacy of Prince and, years from now, what are people going to remember about him?
There's so much artistry, absolute dedication to excellence, trying to, he was more than just an artist, and he was more than a pop superstar. He was an icon. It's like, he not only was he a pop singer, but he was a drummer, a bassist, a guitarist, a keyboardist, singer, dancer. He wrote all the songs. He produced all the songs. He just absolute mastery of his craft. And, that's something to try to, look at, not to idolize people, but when the love for music or the art of creating, he's kind of the guy to try to replicate,
Right. And what's the one Prince song, if you had to pick one song, which is probably impossible, that you would connect with?
I think my favorite song is, I don't know, there's so many, but I keep going back to Controversy. Because, not only is it funky, but lyrically it's just so relevant no matter what. And it's been one of those that musically I love playing, and lyrically I've always connected to. Because it's about that whole idea of, am I black or white? Am I straight or gay? Who cares? Controversy, blah, blah, blah. And, do I believe in God? I just love the lyrics. Are fantastic.
Right. Now, we're almost out of time here, but how can people get a hold of you personally? And you look exactly like Prince. So if you go, I want them to check out your Facebook page or your YouTube channel or anything. Tell people social media wise how they can track you down.
On Facebook and Instagram, it's at Beautiful Ones Band. And our website is beautifulonesband.com. And you can find everything there.
And your band is going to be performing again at the Katharine Hepburn Cultural Arts Center on June 1st, which is located at 300 Main Street, Old Saybrook, Connecticut. Tickets are only $35 and $38. You can call 860-510-0453 or go online, www.katharineHepburntheater.org. Dean, I want to thank you so very much. You're a talented man, and I can't wait to see you on June 1st.
Thank you so much. See you then.
All right. Take care of yourselves. Have a great holiday weekend. Well, you know, guys, Liliana, Rosario, we did it. The three of us pulled this show off. What do you think?
I think we did good.
You think you did good? And we got the message out. The event is coming up in 30 days. And again, real quick, 30 seconds. How can people get hold of tickets and everything?
Go to eventbrite.com and search for Rosario's Giving Tree. Come out, grab some friends, make it a ladies' night, couples' night. Come out and have a good time.
And it said Russo's on the Bay.
On the Bay, yes.
And it's a
June
great
25th at 7 p.m.
So there's going to be a lot of Italian food there.
A lot of Italian food, a lot of good food.
And
What else?
comedy, music, that's what it's all about. Rosario, what do you want to tell our listeners out there to end this show today?
Just to donate
Okay. There's a sales pitch again. There we go.
and come to the event. Just buy tickets, come.
Yes. I want to thank George behind the scene here for doing what he does, and
Thank you,
everybody
George.
here at WLIE 540 AM. This is Steve Vicario, host of the Chapters Wrap. We're here every Friday from 6 to 7 p.m. Take care of yourselves. Have a great, wonderful holiday weekend. God bless. Enjoy this weather, and help your neighbor. Love your neighbor. We need to do more of that these days, especially what's going on around us. So we'll be back for you next week. Take care.
The views, opinions, and statements expressed in the preceding program reflect the views of program contributors and do not necessarily reflect the views of WLIE Radio, its management, or its sponsors. For questions and comments, please send us an email at WLIE540AMradio@AOL.com or visit us at WLIE540AM.com.
This is Higher Ground with Pastor Gary Grant
and First Lady Grant,
inviting you to tune in with us on WLIE 540 AM and online at WLIE540AM.com every Saturday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. as we expound the gospel of grace. We're also here to pray for you. Remember, God is still blessing in this season.
Hi, this is Bill Shishko, host of HealthWise, 30 minutes to think about God and your health. Brought to you by your friends at Cottage Pharmacy, 8285 Jericho Turnpike in Woodbury, New York. Join us at 1 p.m. this Saturday here on WLIE Radio as we learn about nutrition, vitamins, supplements, healthy eating, diet, and so many other things. And you can call in to talk with experienced nutritionists who can answer your questions. Listen in this Saturday at 1 p.m. for HealthWise.
Cap off a weekend of watching sports by talking about it with Mark Rosenman and AJ Carter on Sports Talk New York. All the intelligent conversation, insightful interviews, and just plain fun are now right here on WLS. Visit their website, www.sportstalknylive.com for previews of upcoming guests. Visit their Facebook page to win prizes. That's Sports Talk New York, Sunday night 9:30 on WLIE 540 AM.
Please join us every Saturday here on 540 WLIE, 1:30 to 3 p.m. for Redeeming Grace Radio, a ministry of Redeeming Grace Fellowship in Massapequa, New York. For more details, visit redeeminggraceny.com. That's redeeminggraceny.com. Until then, may our merciful sovereign Lord grant to you the infinite treasure of redeeming grace.